Okay, let's talk about losses. You know, as we age, we have psychosocial losses. We lose the ability to work, you know. We are not physically capable of doing work, or mentally we're not sharp enough, or we get to retirement age. We always look at retirement as this golden age, but a lot of people, your life is your job is your life. I really didn't understand this until leaving the clinic after 15 years. When I started here at Allied, I had a really hard time adjusting to being a teacher because I had been a neurosurgeon nurse for 15 years and I knew my place. I knew my job. I knew what I was supposed to do when I was supposed to be there. And when I came to teach, it was totally opposite, right? I had this newfound independence. I could set my own schedule. I had to figure out classes, schedules, and how I was going to do things. And there was really a trying time there. So I can't imagine doing a job for 50 years and then all of a sudden at retirement, boom, nothing. This time that I had worked so hard to get to, now I don't know what to do. So one of the psychosocial or losses they have is losing the ability to work. Now you have to realize another one they go through is loss of people to interact with. Maybe their families died. Has their spouse died? Their siblings died? Have their friends died? Have they, if you're not going to work, are you hanging around with the people you used to hang around with, right? We lose that connection, that social interaction. The other one is maybe they've decided to downsize their house. Maybe they can't afford their house now that they're not working. Can they not drive anymore? Did they get rid of their car? I mean, these are things that psychosocial losses. Now, physically, things happen. Our eyes get worse, our ears get worse, our sensation decreases. All of these things can affect how we do things. Our reflexes slow. We may have some memory issues. That's just normal aging process. So we not only have to deal with the psychosocial losses, we have to deal with physical losses as well. Now, imagine coming into the nursing home. What do you think they lose? What can't come with them to a nursing home? Did you ever think about it? Now, imagine moving from a 5-bedroom house to half a room. Now, in a nursing home, usually you have to use the nursing home bed, which is a twin-size bed. How many of you still sleep in a twin-size bed? I don't. I'd be totally lost sleeping in a twin-size bed. Now, usually they will get a dresser or half a dresser because they might have to share it with their roommate. They might have a bedside stand and get half a closet. Can you imagine moving in with a stranger? You're used to having a 5-bedroom house to yourself, and now you're settling for half a bedroom. That's quite a change. What else could you not bring to a nursing home that you would have in your own house? Pets. That's a big one. A lot of these people, their pets are their family. They come to a nursing home, they can't bring their pets. It's really kind of cool because at Home Pluses, they do let them bring pets. At nursing homes, family can bring the pets to visit, but they can't keep them. Assisted living, you can have a small dog or a cat, but that's a big loss. Do any of you like to decorate for the holidays? There's no room for that. You might get a wreath on the door, a little Christmas tree on the nightstand, but there's no room for decorations. I'd be a mess. I'm a Halloween person. I love Halloween. I've got 10 tubs of Halloween decorations. Anybody craft? Anybody scrapbook or take photos or cross stitch or knit? There's not room for that stuff. You might be able to have one little basket. A lot of that stuff we have to lock up because if like painting or anything like that, we can't leave it out. Somebody might eat it, right? So, memorabilia, memory stuff, photo albums, scrapbooks, there's not a lot of room for that stuff. So, how many pairs of shoes could you fit in half a closet? Would your shoes fit in half a closet? Do you realize they get about 10 outfits is all they get? So when they come into a nursing home, not only do they lose independence, they lose personal stuff. The other thing is a lot of people won't visit nursing homes. Have you ever met somebody or know somebody that won't go to a hospital or a nursing home? They just have this phobia of them, and so they won't go. I hate drinking with my brother-in-law because every time I do, if he gets too drunk, he starts, "Why didn't you make me go? Why didn't you make me go see her?" Because his mom went into a nursing home for 3 months and he refused to go visit. And she died. And he still, to this day, 4 years later, still regrets that. So they lose community, right? Some people, their church is their community. And then when they come to a nursing home, they don't go to their church anymore. So they lose social interaction or community. It also has such a stigma about going into a long-term center. What do you think about when you think of nursing home? It's somewhere to die, right? It's somewhere to go and die. So when somebody goes to a nursing home or moves into a nursing home, they feel like they've entered the part of their life to die. This is a preconceived notion, right? And so it doesn't hold the best stigma. The other thing they lose is privacy. Privacy? Easy for me to say today. Privacy. They're never alone, right? They never are alone. They have to share their room unless you pay double rent, right? You could pay for a private room, but that's twice as much, right? They lose control over personal space. So imagine if you bring a few items you can bring and somebody comes in and moves stuff around without asking. That's a loss of control. If you're going to move somebody's stuff, you need to ask their permission for sure. Responsibility for home maintenance. Believe it or not, some people like laundry. I don't know if you do, but just being able to cook your own food, to mow your lawn, to garden. We do really try with activities to find out what they like to do at home and include them. One lady at our nursing home, we always we washed the washcloths and towels and we'd take them out and dump them on a table. And she'd sit there and fold the washcloths and the towels. Another guy, his job was to roll the silverware. And he'd have it all ready for each meal. It gave him purpose, right? It gave him something to do. It's important that we try to meet these needs, that we're not, they still need the social interaction. We encourage family and friends to take them to their own church or take them out to eat. I know COVID has really shut us down a lot, but we still encourage people to bring their animals in to interact with them. So it's really important that we are making sure and meeting these needs and being aware of the losses they face when they come to the nursing home.